Marie Brenner Show to see everything that we're talking about today and sarahmariebrenner.com/newsletter. I am looking forward to bringing on Bill Elliott. Let's give him a phone call, shall we? And discuss his breaking news, which he has, because you may remember we've been talking about all this IRS stuff and his audit and all the various issues with Bill's insurance having been canceled, and then he got it back, and then he was being audited, and then his audit was killed, and it's kind of been a roller coaster for Bill here these last several weeks. So, Bill, I'm glad you're back with me today. Thanks for being here.
Thank you, Sarah. I'm glad to be with you.
Absolutely, and I know you were a little bit under the weather the last few days, and so how are you feeling? You feeling better?
Oh yeah, I'm doing lots better. I really couldn't talk last Friday or half of Saturday, but I'm fine now.
Oh, good. Well, I'm glad to hear that. I know all kinds of things have been going around. So, well, you have some breaking news that you want to tell everyone today, so let's just get right to it. What is your breaking news?
Breaking news is that the audit, well, it really wasn't an audit. I found out what the question was. The question was that I was, in 2007, I was exposed to some radiological contamination, which caused the cancer. So I got this government workers program they have, and went through that process, and I got a pretty good amount of money, but I didn't have to report it according to the tax laws. That was the question, and I had the paperwork there, and I had the answer there, and I had the law there. So I reached out to my governor and a senator, or a congressman, and this is the breaking news. The one that really helped me get this audit or question over with was a senator from North Carolina, and the senator is a Democrat.
Yes, and I know that is the part of this that I think a lot of people are going to be kind of surprised about. But actually, and I know who you're talking about, but of course you and I have completely agreed that I'm not going to say the name of who the senator is, because I understand when people want to be kind of left out of the mix. Although in this case, I would think that this particular senator would want to use this because he or she is going to probably need this to help. But
yes, next year.
But I certainly am surprised by the way that this whole thing has been handled. And I guess you had made a comment that you are confident that this whole thing came from the top. And I was wondering if you can explain for listeners a little more what you mean by that. Now that you've been through all these other meetings and phone calls and conversations and understanding more things, what do you mean that it came from the top?
I was told by one of the parties, one of the politicians, actually the congressman here, that this question, audit, or however you want to call it, came from the top. Now, he didn't explain if it came from the top from the president or the head of the IRS or HHS. He wouldn't go into details, but he said it was the top person in one of those three positions. So I'm just to assume that whoever it was in a high-ranking position who ordered the investigation of me and Stephen.
And so when you look at this question, I just want people to understand what the issue is that you won this settlement, and they were going to audit you for